Today we're going to talk about the 5 tips for salon owners I wish I knew when I got started. Number 5, if it can't go wrong, it will go wrong. In today's technology, we run everything in the cloud. Our salon software most likely is in the cloud. Our credit card machines use the internet to do the transactions. And so the number 1 tip I would say is have 2 internet connections from 2 separate companies. That way one goes down, you've got the other as a backup and you're running smooth. Spend the extra 50, 60 bucks a month. It'll be well worth it. I can tell you that whenever you go down on a Saturday. Also, always budget for a reserve fund for repairs. You never know when a hot water heater is going to go out, when your HVAC goes out, all of a sudden a computer crashes. You want to make sure that you budget for those because you never know when it's going to happen. And so whenever you got to spend that, $5,000, $6,000 for a brand new hot water heater, you've budgeted for it and it's not a big deal. You just get it replaced and you go on. Number 4, you have to have a social media and a reviews strategy. Okay, so with everything, when you're starting your business, there are going to be all kinds of people talking about your business online. Number 1, you want to know about it. So make sure that you are in control of the conversation. So there are 3 main reviews that you want to make sure that you're monitoring and that you're responding to. That's Google, Yelp, and Facebook. Those are the 3 that you really want to focus on. You also want to focus on Facebook. Your community is going to have a page that's kind of connected just to the community where that could have 5, 6, 10,000 people all talking about things in their community. Well, you want to know what they're saying, so make sure you join that group, monitor the conversation. If they're saying great things about you, go on and comment thank you. If somebody had a bad experience, you want to know about it. So make sure you are not only monitoring, but you are also guiding the conversation about it. Now, as far as your social media goes, Instagram is giant. The main way that people are finding out about businesses these days is through social media, whether it be Instagram or Facebook. You want to make sure that you have a great presence on there, that you got great reviews, that you're putting content that is going to spark them wanting to come to your business. So I can tell you, do not ignore these facts. You've got to make sure you are in control of the conversations on social media. Number 3, you need an education plan in place. No matter where you are in your journey, whether you're just getting started or you've been doing this for a long time, make sure your education plan is impeccable. So there's a couple ways you can do this. 1, if you're a stylist behind the chair owner, you can do it yourself and maybe that's the way you prefer to do it. However, the second you start growing, really find somebody that can take on that role, make sure it's organized, that it's clear, and so that whenever you are recruiting, whether it be out of a school or whether it's from somebody who's been doing hair, but not necessarily at the level that you are standardizing. So have a clear, concise education plan in place. Number 2, you need a great bookkeeper. If you allow your finances to get out of hand, that can cause all sorts of trouble. First of all, at the end of the year when it's tax time, it's going to cost you a lot more money and tons of time trying to compile everything, get it all right. However, if you start the year off with a great bookkeeper who is taking care of daily transactions, receipts, all of the things that go into it, then at the end of the year, it's going to be a breeze. Plus, it's going to save you money. So by getting the proper P&L statements and knowing exactly where your business is financially, you'll be able to make informed decisions that is going to help you grow. And now, the number 1 thing that you can do to make sure your business is a success is define your culture and never look back. So number 1, you've got to create that culture. Number 2, you've got to cultivate the culture. And 3, you've got to convey your culture. So what this means is every single person you hire has to fit into your culture. The second you deviate from that, you've got real problems on your hands. Number 2, make sure that your senior staff, your leadership staff, they are all culture keepers. This is going to help you in the long term so much. One, it's going to help you recruit because people want to come into a culture that they know that they will fit into and that they're going to have a great work life. Also, by keeping that culture, your customers are going to have a better experience because you know that your staff that are representing you are going to do a great job on making sure your customers are A, taken care of technically, that B, their customer service is on point, and overall, you're going to grow because your culture is defining who you are. So to wrap it all up, one of my favorite questions to ask is, how do you fix the next 10 years? Well, it's simple. You just start today. So implement these few little tips into your business. You'll start to be able to concentrate on what you want to concentrate on rather than putting out fires all the time. You got some tips of your own? Be sure to put them in the comments down below. Hit that like button, subscribe. We're always putting out videos talking about salon business, and we'd love to have you part of the community.